Here we are.
Happy Thursday.
Sometimes problems happen, and...
It's his fault. We're going with it's his fault.
Oh, it's my fault.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, yes, definitely sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
But happy Thursday. It's my Friday. I'm off work tomorrow, and I'm super happy about that.
And it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah, so it's 4-day weekend, and I'm stoked. Getting my nails done, getting a pedicure, getting a foot massage, leg massage, hot stone thing on my legs on Saturday.
I already did her hair.
He already did my hair. So, yeah.
You know,
I'm happy about this weekend.
for years I've been doing Emily's hair.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I'm cheap when it comes to my hair. I'm not ashamed.
Anyway, I'm glad that we made it. Sorry we was 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
So
But thank you. Thank you for hanging in there for
there's
us.
Nancy. She always has something good to say and makes me feel great.
Nancy, you're sweet.
And Rebecca says hello.
Hello, Rebecca.
And Jackie says, look who's late.
Yep.
Jackie, shut up. Shut up, Jackie. Oh.
And if you don't know, that is said with love. We love Jackie.
Jennifer Lucas is here.
Hi, Jennifer.
And Luz says, you did it. And Sean's here, Intentional
Hey,
Carnivore.
Sean. If you didn't check it out already, we went live with Sean and Carnivore Quest. Sean is with Intentional Carnivore. That is his YouTube channel. And he has lost an insane amount of weight.
Quickly,
And
very quickly.
super fast, and he is super nice and super awesome. So go check him out and check out our live that we had with him on Tuesday if you didn't watch it already.
Yeah, that was really fun.
It was.
And Emily mentioned something the other day. She was like, because I was like, that was fun. And she's like, what difference was it than the other lives? It's like,
I said, isn't our lives fun?
and it's like, yeah, they are fun. But this time, I didn't have to run any of the computer. I didn't have to read any of the questions. I just got to sit there and just have fun.
Enjoying the video chat.
And talk with friends. And that was really, really fun for me.
Yeah, we really loved it.
I think you should sit over here and do this part sometime.
No.
And Lynn was talking about something about...
Possible frost tonight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy because it was been warm here.
Yes. It's been awesome weather.
Jackie says, guess whose vacation started at 4:30 today?
I know.
Emily's.
No, I have to go back next week
Ugh.
for a few days. That's all right.
And Lynn said, your hair always looks beautiful.
Thank you, James, and thank you, Lynn.
Yes, finally caught alive. Love you guys. Well, thank you very much. And Chantel's here.
Chantel.
Saw y'all on live with Intentional Carnivore and have a 4-day weekend too. Yay. Yes. I have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go tie up some loose ends. I have new glasses that just came in today. I'm going to go pick them up tomorrow.
You should check our mailbox too.
And maybe I'll check the mailbox. And I need to get Noah new swimming trunks and sunscreen. And I just need to pick up a couple things.
You know, I don't really like sunscreen. I'm not going to lie. And I know that he's a redhead and he needs it.
Yes.
But I would rather him wear like clothes and a hat and not use sunscreen.
Right.
If possible.
He's going to need something for sure.
Oh, Lynette says, looking forward to meeting you next week. Yes.
I can't wait to meet you too. I think you're going to be shuttling some people around too. I think that's awesome of you and so sweet.
Jackie says she don't go back until the 13th. 19 days off.
I know. That would be wonderful. I'm a little bit jealous. A little bit.
Evelyn says this is the first live with us. Well, thank you.
We're happy that you're here.
We're very happy. And I don't even know how many people's in the chat because I usually have that open. How many we got? Shows 57.
I have it open because I had to apologize for your problems.
You know, if my eyes get any worse, I'm going to have to... We're just going to need a screen magnifier. Just a whole magnifier that goes over everything.
Yeah.
Warren's here from Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Well, same thing. Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They're both up there. The only difference is the only time I've been to Minnesota, I flew through Minneapolis. That was it. Whereas I spent a lot of time for work in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee.
Yes.
So last Thursday, we did not go live because Noah had a band concert, and he did such a good job. He was so stinking nervous about messing up. In the morning, he kept telling me, Mom, I have to remember my book. I have to remember my drumsticks. I can't forget. Like, just make sure you bring it home. He's like, if I forget it, I'm going to get in trouble. And then, like, the school is like 5 minutes away. He's like, it starts at 7. We have to leave at 6:05. No, you're not going to be late. You're going to be there on time. He was so worried, and he did a really good job. He didn't mess up on any of his parts, and he had a good time, and he had fun, and he did wonderful. So thank you for asking.
Yeah, I really like the concerts right now because, so they're doing them by grade, and because he is like
the first year in band.
Well, they're second to go,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of nice because, like the last year in football, he was like the last to play.
Yeah.
So like everybody who was behind all day long, it like
Yeah.
stacked. So you would get there at the time you were supposed to be and realize that like, oh well, they still wasn't playing for another hour and a half or 2 hours.
Right.
And then you'd have to go through the whole game. Where
Yeah.
now it's like, they're dismissing us after they play so that other people can come in and sit down. So
Just to have more room. So
yeah, half hour out the door, the way
Yeah.
it should be.
It was nice.
Hey, look, there's Peachy Pam in Maryland,
Hi, Peachy Pam.
and we love the name.
We do. Evelyn said, I never use sunscreen. I don't either, and James does not, but Noah is extremely, extremely fair-skinned.
Noah is, yes, redhead. He never tans. He just burns,
Yeah.
and it will ruin vacation. So I get it that he might need it,
yeah.
but I would prefer him wear, I prefer a T-shirt and a hat.
Yeah.
I would prefer to do it,
I'm still going to bring it just in case.
a shade.
I would hate for I would hate for him to hate the whole vacation.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of burns,
speaking of burns,
so I'm trying to do a little tanning because
he's jealous.
Emily has told me that I either have to wear a swim shirt or I have to fake tan. So I've went and I've started tanning a couple times, and it's just not cooperating. Like, this is no joke. I'm like several pounds up on the scale this week because of I'm burnt. Everywhere that's normally covered, there's like inflammation. Like I am really burnt, and that's just on like low because I'm guessing my back and like around my belly button don't normally get sun, so it's not liking it.
He's a little bit red.
Very red.
But I'm sure you'll tan, and
We ain't got much time.
you ain't got much time. You waited.
And now
A little bit
because I'm
long.
red, I have to wait. I can't go back for,
Right.
So I don't know when.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
Joyce Butler's here.
Joyce!
All right. Victoria says, so happy he's in band, was the best thing my kids down in school, helped them so much.
He absolutely loves it.
And he's not really playing, he's playing percussion, so he's playing several different, drums, bells, things like that.
And he thought that it was just drums when he started. And so he's learned that there's other instruments that he likes.
Yeah, so because there's, several in percussions, he rotates. He might play the snare drum on this song and then go down and play the bells or the cymbals on, you know what I mean? So, but he really loves it,
Yeah.
It's not just like him just being on one instrument and getting irritated.
Yes. Loves it.
Marcy says, I've not had to use sunscreen since I went more meat-based.
Yep. I have a hard time getting a tan.
Yeah, and I haven't burnt or got red or anything at all, but in the tanning bed, trying to tan, it burnt me. It got me good.
Not everywhere, just his back. And his
Yeah, my
stomach.
back.
So, that's all right.
Yeah, legs are still white as can be.
Yeah. B. Wilkes says, since Noah is eating clean, maybe he won't need sunscreen. I'm hoping that it's better for him.
Yeah, he didn't really get burnt last year very much.
No, it was a lot less, but I still worry. That's just mom and me.
Yeah, he's still, his skin is
Yeah.
like that. He's white. White.
Nancy said, my coloring is similar to Noah's, and I haven't burned since I've been keto. I agree, though. I would prefer a sun shirt and a hat, too. And wouldn't want his vacation ruined.
Yes, that's the whole thing. So
Yes.
I will put him in shirts and things like that, and then if he wants to take them off, he's going to have sunscreen.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're going to be down in Mexico, and he's going to be miserable.
Right. Jackie said you started too late. I know, right?
Should have started when M did. Went for 3 minutes to start.
Yeah.
No, they actually did this little test thing where you answer questions, and they started me at 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the next day I did 10 minutes. And then no minutes. You could always get a spray tan in the meantime.
Yep.
Don't them wash off?
No, not like that. It's not just paint that washes off.
I remember when I was younger, there was this stuff that you
Put
would put on, and then your hands were orange, and then you could see it would start coming off.
Right.
I don't know. That's what I think of. So it doesn't come off?
I mean, eventually.
It washes off?
Gradually. If you get it done right.
Michelle says, I got back from 2 weeks in Maui
Oh, wow.
and used the D-Minder app to track the sun UV burn index. It works great. Didn't burn, got tan. I knew when it was time to get in the shade and cover up, it was sunscreen.
That's a good idea to download that.
Jackie says, my dolphin says I'm dark, but my arms have no color.
Right?
You have a dolphin?
No, I know what she's talking about, though.
What is it, a sticker?
Yeah. And my arms, I feel like my arms are nothing, but it's all right.
I used to feel like I was tan. I don't even feel like I'm tan at all anymore. What's happening? Jonna says, tanning, use tallow.
Yeah. There we go. Lynn says, but we kind of like that farmer's tan you did have going on, James.
Oh, and the one I still have going on, look at that. Look, I do look like I'm wearing a t-shirt when I take it off, especially now, a red one. Oh, Shauna's here.
Shauna!
Shauna made it. Lynn says Jackie has a dolphin. LOL. Nancy says spray tans last on me
See?
for about 2 weeks.
You could do it.
Now, can you tan while you have a spray tan?
I don't know.
Or does that block it?
I don't know.
Rocky Mountain Girl says, oh no, my screen is frozen.
Uh-oh.
Well, take it out and put it in a microwave.
Lynn says, I think you're thinking about QT, James. Turns you orange. Yeah, you don't want that. So,
Good.
I just want to mention what I made for dinner because it was really, really good.
Sorry, I gotta fix this light.
And it was burgers. I got the flat top out. I made 2 pounds of bacon. I made, how much hamburger do we have?
I think it was 3 pounds.
3 pounds of burgers on the flat top. And then I made eggs on the flat top. And
They were the real thin 3-ounce burgers, so there
Yeah.
were several of them.
yeah. And peanut butter on the burgers. Shauna posted something about this the other day. So it was a Shauna inspired burger for me, and it was so good.
Peanut butter burger?
Oh, yeah. And I had cheddar cheese. And it was really, really good. So if you've never had peanut butter and you like peanut butter on a burger, try it. You won't be disappointed.
I always liked, and I didn't like a whole lot of it, but at the Asian buffets, I did like the peanut butter chicken.
Yeah. I'm sure we can make something like that.
Yeah, but they use thighs, I think.
We could use chicken breast. That's fine.
All right, Jackie says, I went 90s and printed my own tanning stickers, dolphins instead of the
Uh-oh.
yep, Playboy bunny, I guess. Joyce has a watch tan.
Yep.
The joys of
She
living in
lives
Florida.
in Florida, so her watch. Oh, I got a new watch band. And it's leopard print, if you can tell. Like it.
Jackie says, yes, you can. Just need to wait a day or two before.
Yeah.
All right. Lynette says, question. Do either of you still utilize Keto Chow as part of your way of eating?
Yes.
Are you primarily still using it as a shake or using it as part of a recipe?
I mostly...
Recipes.
Yes. Use it as recipes. I have a chai in the freezer right now that I made early this week that I have not eaten yet. I mostly like waffles the most. That's my most favorite thing.
Waffles, cookies, ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
The waffles are just so good. It's too good to not use them.
Yeah.
Cookies, even fat bombs. We mix.
We do fat bombs a lot.
Yep, just mix it with butter and put them in little
silicone molds.
Yep. So we use them way more as other things than we do just shakes.
Yeah.
And Noah loves them in the form of popsicles.
Yeah. We have been doing popsicles lately, or Noah has.
It's just, he just makes the Keto Chow and puts it in the popsicle thing.
Yeah. He makes a Keto Chow shake, if you're wondering, and he uses less water, a little bit less, so he fills it about that far from the top of the shaker bottle. And then he makes four popsicles, and yeah, he eats them. So those are pretty darn good too.
But yes, love Keto Chow.
Yeah.
Even if we never use it again for actual, just the shake.
We'll always still buy it.
Yeah, it's still, it's our dessert.
It is, and the company and the people are, you can't ask for better customer service.
Yeah. And I use the electrolyte drops every day.
Yep. And I've been using their magnesium supplements, so definitely Keto Chow fans.
All right. Nancy says, don't use QT. What does that mean?
That was the
What
stuff
is
you were
QT?
talking about that you put on, like the lotion
know,
that
but
you
what's
put
it
on that
stand
makes you.
for?
I don't know.
Is it quick tan?
Probably.
You can get a nice even spray tan at a salon, and yes, you can also tan with a spray tan. Well, there
Yes.
you go. Shauna says, peanut butter bacon sauce
It
on
is.
burgers.
It is.
Hey, Scott's here.
Hey, Scott.
Scott says, good evening, friends.
We've missed you.
We have. Victoria says the peanut butter is the danger zone for her.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I love peanut butter. And, I don't overeat it. I'm not like Dawn, who'll sit down and eat the whole jar. After like a spoonful or so, my mouth just kind of sticks shut and I'm done.
Yeah. I'm good with a little bit on something like a burger. And I hadn't had it in so long. It was so, so good just to have that little bit of a change. It was nice.
Nancy says the live you had with Carnivore Quest and Intentional Carnivore was great.
Thank
5
you.
superstars on one screen.
That was so
I
much
only
fun.
seen 3. It was Larry
Sean,
and Cassie
Larry and
Sean.
Cassie.
Yes, they were the superstars.
Yes.
And, it's so good to hear them say this, though, also, because we are keto. And we don't apologize for being keto or say anything. No punches. We love keto. But most carnivore people, you'll hear them say, it's almost like sometimes you feel like them guys allow 20 carbs. You know what I mean? It's like we're dirty or something. And they don't treat us
Not
like...
everyone.
I know they don't, but a lot of places do.
There are some meanies out there.
Yeah, and Carnivore Quest and Sean from Intentional Carnivore, and
They're great.
never anything like that, and that was nice, because sometimes you just feel
Judged.
Yeah, it's like I shouldn't feel bad and apologize for eating pickles, but I didn't feel like I needed to the other day.
No. I did, however, feel extremely nervous before that live.
And I don't know why.
For some reason.
I don't know why, because I knew it was just going to be fun.
I know.
I knew it was
and I
just...
did too, but I did feel nervous. I did.
She feels nervous a lot.
I do.
She's always like, what are we going to talk about? It's like, I don't know. Just be us.
Yeah. I can't help it.
Vicky
I just
says
do.
the Lazy Dog restaurant has a peanut butter and jelly burger with candied bacon.
Oh my.
My friend had it. She said it was delicious. I'm sure you could use sugar-free jelly with peanut butter for same taste. And
Yeah,
we do.
candy your own bacon.
Yeah, we do use the
Good.
like Noah uses the good
Mm-hmm.
jelly.
Yeah.
Is it jam or jelly?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Jackie says I'm the opposite, mostly shakes.
The reason I don't do shakes is I do OMAD a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't do OMAD, I still stay within a super tight eating window, and I just, like today, very late in the day, like 2 o'clock this afternoon, I had 3 hard-boiled eggs with hot sauce because I knew when I got home I was going to eat and keep my eating window super tight. And I don't want to, I don't want to drink my meal is my problem. But if I have something, a recipe with Keto Chow with protein like burgers or steak or something, then I'll do it. Or pumpkin soup.
Nancy says Keto Chow waffles are the bomb. I haven't tried anything other than shakes and waffles so far, but I'm excited to get more adventurous with Keto Chow.
Nancy, there is a recipe on Keto Chow's website for a pumpkin roll. And you can make that same pumpkin roll recipe with whatever Keto Chow flavor you want. If you don't have pumpkin Keto Chow, I would suggest salted caramel. But I've only made it once.
Make the soup.
But the pumpkin roll, if you're looking to make a treat for some kind of holiday like Memorial Day,
Make the soup.
make the soup.
The pumpkin sausage soup is amazing.
It really is.
It's my favorite soup.
But the pumpkin roll is amazing, and I still want to make it with another flavor. But I just haven't had a
And
time to make
They
it.
say you can use the salted caramel for the soup.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine you could use anything for the soup.
The soup is amazing.
Could make pistachio pumpkin soup.
Yeah.
They have so many recipes on there. It's like you never get bored.
Yeah.
Blank is getting ready to make an egg loaf with maple waffle keto chow.
Yum.
Made bacon wrapped hot dogs for lunch.
Yum. James bought hot dogs today at the store.
I did.
We love hot dogs.
Has Blank started her channel yet? Does she have videos yet?
I don't.
I think I'm subscribed. I think I'm subscribed. I think
Yeah.
I would see. But I'm going to check.
Yeah.
Len uses keto chow mostly for ice cream. Lots and lots of ice cream.
Yum.
Pam Smith is here. Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam.
Lynette has a question. Where can I find the recipe for peanut butter bacon sauce or on top of burgers?
Okay, so there's different ways you can do it. What the easiest way is just going to be to put some peanut butter in a small dish with a little bit of butter, and that is good enough. You can even just do the peanut butter. I know we buy the Costco brand natural peanut butter where it's just peanuts and salt, and I will literally just put the peanut butter by itself. But there's many different ways of doing it.
Intentional Carnivore says, if I was a superstar, it's because I was being lifted up by all you guys.
Sean.
Shauna says, so we have someone new renting the extra room in our condo where I work. She's vegan. It's been an adjustment.
I'm sure. But that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you'll rub off. Maybe she'll be like, you know what, I want some.
I'm going to give that a try.
Yeah, make some bacon and tell her it's vegan bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then afterwards be like, yeah, that was real bacon. That was the good stuff.
Honoring.
Jackie says, my problem with peanut butter is I want it with honey or bread dipped in chili.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't do it.
I think you skipped Scott's comment on that.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, where he says he can eat a jar of peanut butter?
Easy. Oh, you have to be careful.
Yes. Like I said, I love peanut butter, but I think my mouth gets sticky real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Jonna says, yes, that was a great podcast. And that
Thank
was,
you.
yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
that was probably one of the most fun I've had in a long time as far as on lives and things like that. Like I said,
Getting together with people.
yes,
with the same.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes work doesn't seem like work if you're having fun. Shauna says, I make pork chunks in Instant Pot with Hungry Heath pork and poultry.
Homemade barbecue sauce and
yeah.
carnivore tacos. Tacos.
I love tacos.
Yes.
Tacos are so good. You know what?
We're having tacos this weekend.
We should do a week of tacos and just video everything.
I know, but...
Like one whole week of tacos, because you can have tacos in any form.
Yep.
You can have breakfast tacos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do pork tacos. Like, you could
Fish
literally...
tacos.
No, you can't have... That's illegal. Victoria says, oh, you guys are awesome. It's like a big family.
It really 100% feels that way.
Yes.
John's here.
John, how could you possibly be late?
We were late too, John.
Yeah, I say that because we were late. We were 5 minutes late.
We were.
So. But not as late as you.
Yeah. We could definitely get some taco ideas from Shauna though, because she's always making some tasty looking dishes.
I would really love to do that. That would be like the best challenge ever.
That would be the best week ever.
The challenge would be to come up with 7 days of tacos.
Egg life wraps it is.
But I don't like egg life wraps.
You'd have to make cheese. You would be tore up by the end of the week.
Victoria wants to know, are you still doing OMAD, James? Yes and no. Yes and no. And the reason is, like yesterday, I did a full day fast. So today I did not do OMAD because I actually ate
At like 5 a.m.
Yeah, like 5:40 this morning because I was really hungry. I'm still getting used to a full day fast, and I'm really hungry when I do that. So then I want to eat early in the morning the next day. But yes, if it's not like the day of, or I mean like immediately right after a full day fast, yes, I will do OMAD.
Yeah. And I feel like the weekends,
they end up being OMAD for the most part.
not for me because that's when I want my waffles.
Yeah.
Saturdays tend to be my Keto Chow waffle days.
Mm-hmm.
And so I end up wanting waffles and yeah. And I think actually I did that last Thursday because we ate before Noah's concert and then I came home and made waffles.
I think Scott is doing
OMAD right now.
OMAD.
He is.
And OMAD does a lot of, it's helped me with a lot of things. It kept me from snacking. It broke a 2-month stall for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say enough about OMAD, how much I personally like it.
Yeah. I mix it up.
Mary Ann has a Keto Chow shake almost every other day at work. Easy lunch.
It is easy.
Michelle never tried the pumpkin roll?
It is delish.
You did make that, didn't you?
Yes. I think it was Thanksgiving when I made it, though.
Shauna says, I told her in my keto groups, we had a don't yuck my yum rule. I may make a sign for my kitchen.
That's right.
Oh, Mark's here. Happy Sad Thursday.
Hey, Mark. I hope your prayers for you and your family.
Jackie says, make the soup. Make the soup. Make the soup. Sounds awful. Tastes magical.
Yes.
And anybody else who's praying, keep Mark and his family in your prayers.
Yes.
Lori says, good morning from the Philippines.
Good morning.
That sounds far.
It does.
Scott says, thanks for encouraging me to try OMAD, James. It has been going well this week.
That's awesome.
So
I'm happy. I'm super happy to hear that because the more you do it, the more you get used to it. I do OMAD quite a bit. But like I said, late today, I did a full day fast yesterday as well. So today it was like, all right, I know I'm probably going to get hungry and I brought 3 hard-boiled eggs. So,
Okay, I'm almost ashamed to admit this. When I started OMAD for the first time in probably, I feel like it was like since I've been an adult, I actually felt hunger pains. That was like the first time I actually felt hunger pains, and it was really weird for like 3 or 4 days. It just tells you how good we have it here where we live. That like I haven't had hunger pains in so long that it was almost, I didn't know if I was going to throw up or not. It's like, what is this? This empty feeling. Like it was real. Like in the past when I have said I'm hungry or things like that,
it was just the start.
It was just me thinking of food. It wasn't real hunger. And when I started OMAD, I actually felt real hunger from around the 1 to, just for a couple hours. And then it would go away. And then we normally started eating at like 6 to 7.
Yeah.
So it was right around that noon to 2 o'clock area. It was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Might need to go to the doctor. What is this? But yeah.
You're funny.
It's kind of almost ashamed to say something like that. You know what I mean? We got it so
But
good.
it's part of your...
I know. I'm just saying, in this country, we have it so good with the fact that over half my life has went by and I haven't felt hunger.
Yeah.
Pam's never had peanut butter on burgers.
Yum.
Oh, Terry says, I'm leaving tomorrow, flying back to Pittsburgh area for my aunt's funeral that died Sunday, staying tonight, then flying back to Phoenix to finish getting ready for the cruise to fly to
Houston.
Bless.
Terry, I'm very sorry about your loss.
Sorry about your loss, yes.
Definitely going to keep you in my thoughts and my prayers.
So I'm guessing she lives in Phoenix and...
Right.
Lady Fritzader says, I just want to keep eating peanut butter, and then there's the oxalates to think about. I find it best if I just don't think about oxalates. I just keep them right off my mind, and I don't worry about them.
Yeah. Yeah. And Shauna shared how she made her peanut butter sauce.
Yep.
Yum.
Peanut butter sauce in a pan, and crispy bacon, and crunched up, and a teaspoon of brown sugar swerve if you like.
Yep.
We made Keto Chow also. There was a recipe for that. One of the things that we made had a peanut butter drizzle.
Yep. I think it was waffles.
It was something that had a peanut butter drizzle.
I'm pretty sure it was waffles.
And that was good. Lynn says shrimp tacos. And Vicky says,
Yum.
yes, tacos all week. I can still master them. I still can't master the melted cheese shell. I got that. I've mastered that. That's the one thing I've done.
Cheese will mess me up. So if we do tacos for a week, I'm totally doing the egg life wraps.
Jackie's having a burrito bowl right now. Chorizo, ground beef, chicken strips, sweet peppers, onions, Mexican queso. I'm glad I'm not fasting today. A little cheese that's impossible to melt, and a tiny touch of corn.
Yum. I love taco bowls.
Melinda's here.
Melinda.
Tacos for the win at our house.
Yes.
Ray would be in heaven.
Yes.
You know, we really should do that. That sounds like a really fun challenge. 7 days of tacos.
I don't think that would be a challenge. I don't.
It might be a challenge of what to come up with.
No, I'd be like, Shauna.
Okay, it would be a challenge to film the 7 days of tacos.
Yeah. A little bit.
Chantel says, I think Emily should paint the logo on the soundboard. It's cool like it is, but it didn't show up when you all did Intentional Prayer Wars Live.
Didn't even think about that.
It did not. Yeah.
No.
And John says, enjoyed seeing us on Sean's
Thank you,
Live.
John. That was so much, so amazing.
Lynette says, bacon, bacon, bacon.
Yes. Bacon makes everything better.
I wonder if we could bring bacon. We can bring bacon on the plane.
Yeah. I made 2 pounds of bacon today just so we can have bacon in the fridge. Because I like cold bacon, too.
That'd be gone. Oh, Cindy's here.
Cindy!
She says she's late. How dare you?
We got to go have lunch with Cindy and her sister, Deb Riley, last weekend, and it was so awesome. I had such a good time.
Joyce says, been thinking about doing OMAD to break my stall, but going on vacation the 4th, so I might start when I get back. Is Joyce going with us? Is she on the cruise?
Are you going on the cruise, Joyce?
Cynthia says, when you did OMAD, did you limit how much you ate, or did you eat until you were full? I ate.
It was a challenge for him.
Yes, I ate. I started anywhere from 5:30 to 6 and ate for 1 hour.
I didn't.
She does tracking if we do OMAD.
Yeah.
And what she does is she tracks to see just
Usually.
not so much like macros or anything like that. The only thing I care about is like, okay, after I've eaten and I'm starting to feel full, I know you're not supposed to count calories. I know everyone says that calories don't matter and this and that.
But they kind of do.
I know that most of the time when I've lost my weight, I've eaten somewhere between 1,800 and 2,400 calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that if I'm feeling full and just kind of take a glance and I've only eaten like 1,100 or 1,200 calories, I know that's not enough and I need to go back and eat.
And on top of that, I would track the protein and the fat, of course. And if he was not getting enough fat, and I'd be like, James, put more butter on that, because we know, protein's going to fill you up and the fat's going to hold you over.
It's a good problem. Instead of always worrying about, am I eating too much? It's a good problem to worry, am I eating enough?
Yeah.
It changes the whole perspective. And when you're doing it 7 days a week, like constant,
Mm-hmm.
and you're eating, you might feel full at 7 o'clock tonight. But if you didn't eat enough, you will know come noon tomorrow.
Right.
Like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That little bit of broccoli in one burger wasn't enough.
Right.
You'll pay for it the next day. So you got to get up close.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got to be at least in the ballpark of where you should be. Otherwise, you're going to be really hungry.
Yeah. And I still have some days where I still track if I'm doing OMAD, because I kind of have a good general idea of basic meals that we're eating. If we're having burgers and bacon, I kind of know how much I need to eat. But if it's something a little bit different, I will track it to make sure. Or if I do too mad, if I'm having 2 meals, then I might get full faster, and I want to make sure I'm getting enough protein and fat and everything. And that's just what I do and what he does. But James does love OMAD.
I do.
Yes.
Marcy says, I love to add peanut butter powder to butter, and it cuts out the oxalate dumping. Lady Fritzader says, Emily looks really great in that top, and her tan goes well with her sparkly smile.
Thank you. I just got my teeth clean, too.
Shauna says, tonight I made shrimp tacos on carnivore tacos with avocado and...
I don't know how to say that kind of cheese. Cotija? Cotija?
Maybe cotija? We'll call it Shauna cheese. That's Shauna cheese.
That is some good cheese, and that sounds amazing.
Lynn says, I mix xanthan gum with my cheese. It melts together and holds its shape better. Well,
that's a good idea.
I've never thought about that. Now, the only thing I've used xanthan gum for as a thickener so that's the thing I haven't perfected yet with my Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah.
Because xanthan gum is totally different than using cornstarch.
Yeah.
I wish it was the same.
Because he used to have cornstarch perfected.
Yes. Donna says, hello, Emily and James.
Hey,
and everyone.
Donna.
Hope your week was good.
It's good because my work week is over.
It's going by fast, so that makes it better.
Joy said no, she's going to Iowa for her nephew's wedding and reception, spending time with Mom. That's always a good time. A good time.
Okay, Jackie says, I feel like I'm feast or famine with eating. If I want OMAD, I don't eat enough. If I have an open window, I eat too much too often. I need to close my window back up.
Yeah, I feel like a small eating window works best for me. And Noah's trying to sneak in here and say hi.
Hello.
But like I said, other days I like OMAD.
Sean says, and if you don't eat enough, you'll be more likely to have cravings,
Yes.
especially at first. Absolutely.
Yes.
But see, OMAD did so good for me because I could not stop coming in from work
And snacking.
and snacking
Yeah.
until dinner time. and then not wanting dinner. So it just becomes a vicious cycle. Then you don't eat that
Right.
much at dinner. The next day you're hungry. You come home, you snack.
Right.
This OMAD closed that.
Yeah, and I feel like right now. I feel like I'm at a point where I'm at my goal weight, and I'm gonna have to play around with what I'm doing, because I don't want to just go overboard and eat what I want all day long and have a big wide.
Everyone
eating window
says hi,
open.
Noah.
Hi.
And so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to play around with the OMAD or eating window to see what will help me stay close to my weight now.
Melanie says, I love what OMAD does for my glucose, but I am in maintenance and there is
There you
no
go,
way
so you
I can
know.
get enough calories in one meal to prevent further weight loss. I have to eat 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day.
So you know,
That sounds like a good problem to have.
yeah,
I would love to have that problem.
yeah.
Hi, Kathy.
That would be hard to eat in one meal.
Everybody's saying hi to Noah.
Hi, Noah.
I'm the best. I know.
Okay, so Lou says, when did
That's a
you
good question.
both start your
Thank you.
YouTube channel? Was it when you started keto?
No.
We started keto in June 28th of 2021,
Hmm.
and we did not start our YouTube channel
That's
until,
funny that you remember the date, June 28th, 2021.
because that's the day I figured if I remembered it, maybe I'd stick to it better.
Ah. Your hands are hot.
So,
Always
yeah,
hot.
we started our YouTube channel in October
Of 2021.
of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you know, we were in about a month
Uh-huh.
before I actually went back and looked at when we started, because I was like, this is really working. How long have I been, people's like, well, how long have you been doing it? And then I went back and I counted. And it just so happened that I knew that it was the weekend. We started the weekend right before 4th of July.
Yeah, because I remember getting that grill for 4th of July and grilling all kinds of stuff. Definitely.
Luz says, Emily, your teeth are
Aw.
beautiful. I'm always staring at them.
Thank you.
Well, at least they're staring at yours and not mine. Melanie says, I'm so sick of butter.
I'm disgusted.
I love butter.
Oh, yeah, see, so I don't, you pronounce, Liz says, James, you pronounce, I'm going to say cotija, the correct way?
Maybe.
Cotija? Yes. Or was it Shana cheese?
Chana cheese.
That's how it's pronounced.
Why am I so
Jackie
tall?
says December 4th, 2017. Okay, so sick of butter.
Back to the butter.
Yeah, back to the butter. I don't think I ever get sick of butter because I don't think I use butter like everybody else does. I've never been the person who says I gotta have 80-20 fat.
Mm-hmm.
Or people where they're actually dumping butter like all over to try to get some 90-10 or some ridiculous. I'm gonna just say I think it's unnatural to try to get that high of fat.
It's
hard
to.
I could
It's
never do-
definitely hard.
I could never do that. And if I tried to do that, I would definitely be sick of butter because I feel like that might be the only way.
Now, I've always been a butter lover. One of my very best friends, I've known her almost my entire life, and she always brings up anybody who doesn't know the story. She will bring it up and tell them how she thought it was so funny that they were at my house when we were very young, and she remembered my mom yelling at me because I was trying to eat the butter out of the fridge.
And we live next to an international market, pretty close. If we was to ever get sick of butter, there's like
So many different kinds of butter.
there's like butter from every country, and they're all different and
Yeah.
different texture.
Yeah.
But I like butter, but like I said, I don't use it near as much as you do. Even
I use a lot of butter.
I feel like the only time I use butter is on waffles or like on steak. I don't even use it very much on hamburgers.
I use it on hamburgers too.
John says he started keto June of 2019.
2019.
I'm so tired.
And you have not started. Why not, John?
Have not started a YouTube channel yet.
Why not?
Anyone out there that's just thinking about starting keto, don't forget to take as many pictures as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You will not regret it. Them things are. We were talking to Sean last week after we got off our live,
Yeah.
and them are like gold, because when you're heavy and when you're miserable, right before you get fed up and decide I'm going to do this for real and I'm going to stick to it,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to take as many pictures as possible, because them things are like gold. They're like a treasure. Like when we go back and like a Facebook memory pops up from 10 years ago, it's like, oh, look how fat you were. Like, it's great. It's great because it's part of your story that you can show people. You might not want to see yourself now, and you might want to hide yourself when you look in the mirror and things like that. But once you get going and you start losing weight, you're going to want every picture that you can find to look back on and be like, look where I came from. Sorry.
That was a little bit of a rant.
No, but it's so important.
It is, and it's easy to say, but I never wanted pictures taken. If I did, I wanted to, I didn't want, you could take a picture, here up, like, we're good.
But it's so good when you find that full body picture, something that you would have been ashamed of for so long, and when you find that, and you go back and say, oh, look at this, you know what I mean? Like, it's wonderful.
But you never wanted your picture taken before.
No, I didn't.
And so it's easy to say and to take pictures, and it's easy to try to encourage someone to take pictures through your journey, even if you don't even take them at first, take them later down the road, and
even a weekly picture.
If you're doing this for weight loss, and then that's a whole other story, because then it changes from weight loss to I feel incredible. So
yeah, I mean,
and a plethora of other reasons to keep going and making it a way of life.
Yeah, even, on like a weekly weigh-in or whenever you weigh in, even just snap a picture. It's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
It really is. I wish I had so many more pictures of
I
myself.
I do too. Definitely. Definitely.
Jonna says, I take one every month when I do my measurements.
That's awesome. We don't do that, and I wish we would have.
No, but we actually, starting from October,
Yeah.
we have a weekly video that shows us, and we look back on it. It's like, oh, look at you.
Yeah. That's all right.
Marcy has a really hard time taking pictures of myself.
It can be hard, I know. For sure. But I have gotten more comfortable, and maybe doing this has changed that for me.
Oh, this is definitely, we were totally camera shy.
Yeah.
When we put the camera up and we started talking,
It was weird.
It wasn't weird necessarily because of the camera. I mean, it was just kind of weird that it was just me and her in the room, but yet we were shy.
Mm-hmm. I've always had a fear of speaking in front of people. Always.
You shouldn't be like shy though of people who've seen you naked. Once someone's seen you naked, the shyness goes away. Like, you shouldn't be shy. And yet we were when we turned the camera on. We just sit there and looked at it. I was like, now what?
But yeah, it can be hard, but it's all right.
Melinda says, when I see older pics and I have cheeks and 5 chins, I just cringe.
So before, my dad would take pictures, and I would always be like, Dad, you take the worst pictures ever, and you don't know how to hold the camera. You're supposed to hold the camera up here and angle it down so you can't see my double chins. But now I'm thankful for those pictures that he had taken, because that was the truth. That was me, and I just wanted to hide that, I guess.
Cindy says, reluctantly took pictures on the insistence of Deb. Glad I did now.
I'm glad she talked you into it.
Carrie says, I personally don't do the photos, measurements. The scale has been put away.
Yeah.
Well,
That's awesome for you. Definitely. I know there's a lot of people who, that scale can be the devil. And we've talked about it, and Somebody had made a comment about scale shaming, and you know, a lot of people are like, the scale, the weight, and blah blah blah. But I'm gonna continue to use the scale. I'm just gonna say it because the scale is what is going to keep me on track. There's tons of other benefits, and maybe I'll get bashed for or for saying this, but it's me and it's the way I feel. So I'm going to say it. The scale is going to be what keeps me in line. If I don't use it here and there to make sure I am in my lane and continuing on my personal goal, because when I started keto, it was for weight loss. That is what I did it for to start with. And when I make goals for myself, my intention is to reach those goals, right?
Yeah.
And while I have other goals that I've set, it's still something that I don't want to go back to my old ways. You know, I
Yes.
don't want to get out of hand and end up where I started.
Yeah, I would have never got to 314 pounds, I think, even without doing a diet, if I'd have had a scale. Not that I didn't have a scale. Just didn't use it because you don't want to. You know things are out of hand.
Right.
Things like that. But,
Right.
yes, I will always use the scale because a scale, while it might not mean everything, it does mean something.
Right.
It does mean something. If I've just been going to work and coming home and eating,
Yes.
and you know, I might get on the scale and be like, why am I up 5 pounds?
Right.
You know, then I need to look back and be like, oh yeah, I've had too many of this. You know what I mean? It's just a way to remind myself.
Right. It's a good
Because of maintenance.
a part of our accountability, just to, again, I have so many other reasons to stay in this way of eating, in this lifestyle. It has truly become a lifestyle for me that I don't ever intend on changing. But I need that accountability to continue with my goals for me, and to keep my body at a healthy weight.
Yeah. I mean, I still have to watch what I eat. We don't have anything in the house that's not keto.
Except for Austin stuff he brings home.
Yeah, but I don't
But
eat
we
that.
don't buy anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still have to watch what I do because I could still easily gain weight every week.
Yeah.
So I need that scale.
Yeah.
I need to look back and be like, what'd you do this week? You know, because in maintenance is going to be a little bit different.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But I'm just, like I said, if I'm sorry, not sorry for saying how I feel about it. But it's just me, and that's just how I feel about the scale. It's just a piece of accountability for me.
Carrie says, I heard someone say if you do a weigh-in every morning, it's better to get an average for the week. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. Definitely.
Jackie says, thought about bringing the scale on the cruise just to see the crazy fluctuations. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Because if I see the crazy if I know you have a scale, I'm going to want to get on it.
Knock, knock, Jackie.
And if I see something crazy,
no.
be like, why is James fasting for 3 days?
Right. That's funny.
Deb says the scale is a good tool for me as well as the tape measure and the pictures.
Yes.
It's not vanity. It's keeping myself accountable to me.
100% agree with you, Deb. That is exactly how I feel about it.
It's Swilson.
Swilson, Stacy.
Haven't been able to get on in a while. Always watch replays. Just wanted to stop and say hi, and you guys look great. Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy. You look great, too.
We need to... Hopefully she's coming back to Keto Palooza.
I'm pretty sure she is. I hope you are, Stacy.
Lou says, the one regret I have is not taking pictures is that I never took a family photo before my son passed. Always take pictures.
That hurts
I know it
me
does.
for you.
Always take pictures.
Yes.
And you know that sucks too, because you think of how many pictures I didn't take because I didn't want to see myself. And now you don't have the opportunity.
Yeah, like...
You know what I mean?
With those that are gone. That's hard. That's hard. Definitely hard.
Carrie says they say the times fluctuating scale is like a heartbeat, changing by the hour. Can I tell I'm obsessed with the scale? You know, the scale for me, I can lose like 5 or 6 pounds overnight. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, if you just drink a bunch of water or just ate a bunch of food, it's gonna change.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Vicky, you just went and ate way too many teaspoons of peanut butter just listening to the
I'm
peanut butter
sorry.
conversation.
I'm so sorry.
Brenda said Kim Howerton gave a good talk at Keto Chow about the scale. Some need it, others need to get over it.
Yes.
We all need to know ourselves and what works for us. Absolutely.
100%. Again, that's with this. It's important to have self-awareness with yourself, for sure.
Melinda says, we haven't weighed all month, and not having the accountability to have an update video has made it easy to talk myself into slipping up.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That would probably be me.
Need the scale.
But, you know, you may be wrong. You may be surprised. So,
Marcy says, for accountability, I joined a support group, Take Off Pounds Sensibly. I weigh in each Friday, and you can use your own way of eating.
that's awesome.
That's basically what we do. Okay.
Uncle Big Guy's here.
Uncle Big Guy is here. Hi. Okay, 24. I wish I knew their name.
CIF's fan.
I think you two avoided
Carnivore instant or intermittent fasting fan. That's what I'm going to go. 24-hour carnivore intermittent fasting fan.
Maybe it's 24 pounds. I think you two avoided long stalls because you didn't avoid the scales. I've been avoiding the scales since following your videos and facing facts. I'm doing better. Thanks. Well,
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, for real. That, again, I feel like, yes. Yes.
Lori says, I don't have a scale in the Philippines. My bathing suit is my scale.
There you go.
You just put it on every day and be like, I'm hanging out a little more. Time to fast.
Yeah.
Chantel says, everyone is different when it comes to the
Yes.
scale. We all need to do what works for us. I agree with James. I might have not gained so much if I'd used the scale. I like the gauge of the scale.
Yeah.
It's not everything. It doesn't say everything.
It's not a tell-all.
But you know if you're comfortable. And all of a sudden you know that, you know, in the last couple of weeks you're up 10 pounds. So, you know, that's the alarm going off that says, hey, what are you doing?
Reevaluate what you just did.
Yeah, that's the alarm. Wake up.
Right.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
Go see what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And stop it.
Now,
For a while, anyway.
yeah. Depending on where you're at in your journey and how you are, for sure.
Lady Fritzader says, N equals 1, learn the principles and learn what works for you.
Yes.
Keep testing because that might change.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the hardest things about this. You know, I still get people like, guy at work will be like, well, how much do you eat? And that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Because we all are going to be different.
I can't tell someone, all you can do is give a rough draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, you get someone who says, well, I'm not losing. And then they, like, it's almost like they want to fight you. Well, I'm sorry. You ain't losing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But
Everybody's different. I can only tell them what I do.
right.
Or give them the definition.
Yeah.
And it seems, everyone's going to be different. And it's so hard because you want to help the best way.
Right.
But you just can't because I'm not them.
Right.
You know, some of the things that they're doing would tear up my stomach, and some of the things that I do, you know,
might tear up theirs.
They just can't fathom. You know, it's like, well, why do I feel bad? Then you give them electrolytes, and they're like, ugh, that's nasty. It's like, well, then don't eat it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, everyone has their own. It's their own journey.
Yeah.
Even my journey and your journey are different.
Yes.
Very different.
We are, definitely. We eat a lot of the same foods, just a little bit differently.
Carrie says I'm going to sound like a freak.
Not a freak at all.
I've avoided photographs since being a kid.
Me too.
Len says, I don't know what I weighed when I started keto. I just remember 278 pounds.
I don't know 100% what my heaviest weight was because I'm sure it was higher than the weight that I documented at the beginning of our journey. But I'm sure I weighed more than what was documented.
Blank says I weigh every morning. Not weighing is what got me to 310 plus. I need a daily barometer that goes along with how I'm feeling. I lied to myself too long about clothes getting snugger, not being me gaining.
100%, yes.
It's like getting up and saying, you know what?
I think the dryer shrunk my shirt.
I am never buying this brand shirt again. Look, my belly's sticking out the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yes.
Cheap clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's easy to blame the brands or the dryer,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm not buying them anymore.
Right.
They don't even fit me as soon as I wash them.
24 CIF means Champions Indoor Football League.
You were
I was so close.
You're so wrong. So wrong.
Huh.
John says, realizing it's not the scale for me, it's not letting the result I see on the scale affect me emotionally.
And that is the hard part, John, for me as well, because I would get very upset when we say that everybody's different and we do things a little bit differently. Over this journey, I've learned that we can't do the same thing because we could do exactly the same, eat the same things, the same time, same things. He could eat more and be down way more than me, and that would really emotionally bother me.
To be
when
fair,
the scale,
I was 90 pounds more when we started. To be fair.
he always said, I have more to lose than you, and I know that's true, but it was still easy for that to get in my head, like, okay, great, Derek's lost 4 pounds this week, James has lost 3 pounds this week, and I'm up 2, It's easy. It's definitely easy, and I think that's just part of our journey is learning to not let that affect us like that.
Al says,
For sure.
how do I avoid disappointment when I'm not losing weight for 4 weeks now?
It's hard. It's hard because, like John just said, it's an emotional thing, and as easy it is to say and as hard as it is to hear, it's really important to trust the process. For sure. Or maybe sometimes I know I've gone back, reevaluated, tracked what I've been doing, made some tweaks and changes, and
Sometimes you're not doing anything wrong.
sometimes you're not doing anything wrong.
Sometimes you can look back and be like, I underate. I didn't lose anything because I underate. And your body holds on to everything.
Right.
Or you can look back and say,
Yes.
I ate this, and you know that you're not gaining or anything. You're just a little inflamed or whatnot. And then
Right.
there's times where I went 2 months I lost the same pound back and forth before Christmas.
Yeah, but that was during holidays.
It
and
was.
you know what? I think that's a victory.
Yes, but it didn't feel like a victory.
No,
Because
it didn't.
it was from
In the
it
moment,
was
it did
Thanksgiving
not.
to Christmas. It was, 8 weeks during that time. It
Right.
took fasting. It was February though.
Mhm.
I actually didn't really lose that still even in January because fasting February is where it started. That's where I dropped like 16 pounds from
Yeah.
February and March or something.
Yes.
And that
Yeah.
was just OMAD.
Yeah. And that is where his love affair came from.
Frank
With
says,
OMAD.
I'm not the stage you guys are. I'm still in the process of losing. Is it possible to routinely lose without hiccups? Yes.
Mm.
I think it's possible.
I think so too.
It might not be, some weeks you might lose 4 or 5 pounds, and then the next week you might lose nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That was always big to not lose really anything after you had like a big loss.
Derek, every week when I ask him how much he's lost, he started at 459 pounds, and Derek is my brother, in case you don't know. And I feel like every week I'm like, Derek, are you down 2 pounds? Because it feels like he's almost always down 2 to 4 pounds. So when he has a week where he doesn't lose, He does get in his head, and I can tell, and he's very quiet, but I can still tell that he's getting in his head over it. But he pretty consistently loses like 2 pounds, and then it seems like if he has like a 4-pound loss, the next week he may not be down at all.
And that's pretty common. That was always pretty common with us.
Right.
Was you'd have a big week and it'd be like, oh.
A whoosh.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, man, watch out. Next week's going to be real hard.
Right, right.
Anyway, Sean says the scale is just like a spoon or a fork. It's a tool that helps us get what we need, but it doesn't get to define who we are. Anything can be an issue if our perspective is off about it.
Yes.
So real quick, before we go, I was just thinking when he's talking about a spoon and fork and tools. So you got your scale, that's a tool. And now I completely consider fasting
A
either
tool.
full day fasting as a tool. 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day is
A tool. And BBB&E is a tool.
BBB&E is a tool. Yes.
There's lots of tools in our toolbox.
It's just
Or
kind of.
lots of silverware in our drawer.
What other tools would you say?
The scale is a tool to
I know.
help with
I
accountability.
was just thinking, like almost like weapons to attack weight loss. Like what would you consider, like, say you're in a stall? What other tools would you have other than fasting? Or I think the protein sparing fast would be a tool.
Which I haven't done that.
Maybe
but yes.
even the high fat for a short period of time, that could be a tool. It's just, there's so many different ways to.
There's definitely different ways to change it up.
Since we're carnivore keto, we can say skin a cat, right? There's a lot of different ways to skin a cat. All right, you guys. 2KK is having their live at 8:30.
Yes.
And
that time went by way too fast.
It definitely did, because we're at like 8:15.
But speaking of
Yes,
of stalls,
up protein, lower fat, up fat, and
etc.
then the 24
increase
in
movement, walking, exercise.
How did we not think of exercise as a tool?
Because I've been slacking this week. I had one good day where I'm like, yes, and then the rest of the week, I have failed miserably.
The sardine fast is a tool.
Yes.
I would lose weight so hard on the sardine fast.
And Brenda said this community is a tool for ideas and support. 100%. That's awesome too.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm never doing the sardine fast. Never.
I don't like the smell of them.
John says the sardine fast is a tool. Ugh.
I could do probably an egg fast, but
Mimi says, "Yay! My first live I caught. Sup,
yay,
guys? Hi."
sup?
And yeah, unfortunately, 2KK starts their live at 8:30, which, if you don't know, that's Two Crazy Ketos,
Yes,
and they start at 8:30.
they do.
So we don't want to run over in their time, but then we have to get my computer upstairs and get ready to watch ourselves.
Watch ourselves?
No, we got to watch them ourselves. Because it's all about community.
It really is, 100%.
But before, look, Al has already lost 30 pounds.
That's
260
awesome.
to 230.
But I was going to say, Joyce, you've said that you were in a stall, you haven't lost, but you also haven't gained. I find that is a victory, too. If you are stuck and you're not gaining, I've always gained my weight back in my past. In my history, it's anytime I've lost weight for whatever way I was doing it, if it was low calorie or whatever, but
Blank says meal prep.
I would always gain that weight back. So if you're in a stall and you're not going up and you're not going down, that's still a victory. It's still a victory.
John says we are tools.
We are tools.
And Sean says, thank you guys for your time and showing
Thank
so much
you,
love and
Sean.
kindness. You guys take care. Thank you guys very much. You guys have a great night, and we will see you at 2KK's
Yes,
live.
2KK's live.
You guys have a great night, and we have not decided yet. We will have to get ready. Hang on, we'll get to Mimi real quick. We have to we will be packing because we have to get up at 3 a.m. next week. But I think that if we bump the live up a little earlier, we might
Would you be mad?
We might be able to do a half live.
Yeah, would you be mad if we bumped the time up a little bit?
Who?
Just because, Thursday live next
Yeah,
Thursday.
because we have to get up at 3 a.m.
We have to get up at 3 a.m.
Okay, Mimi says, I've stalled since the BBB and E challenge along dealing with a passing in the family. Being I've started work again, I've decided to kick off getting back on track with a 72-hour fast. You guys inspire me. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for that.
We're glad to inspire.
That's my goal.
I don't know. Fasting is definitely good.
It's a great tool, and I know John Guggenheim. I always say his name wrong. I know it's wrong, but
We
I'm
do
sorry,
it on purpose.
John. I just like saying it that way. But he was saying that he had done a fast, and that helped break a stall for him, and that's what inspired me. So you guys really inspire us way more than you probably know, and we thank you for that, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys so very much. I'm sure James does too, but I definitely appreciate you and love you.
Okay, so fasting is biblical, which means there's something there.
Yeah.
It's got to be good. And there's so many different, Jason Fung
Yeah.
is, there's so many different channels on fasting.
Mindy Pels.
Yeah. Now, I'm not, I'm bad. Up until this month, I have never did a full day fast. I did OMAD where I ate once a day. But I've never did a full day fast.
And a full intentional full day fast.
And, I'm trying to learn how to deal with, it basically ends up being like a 36-hour fast of sometimes, just how, because I'm in, maintenance construction, there's some days that I have to actually work hard. And then there's some days that.
He's in a construction zone.
So there's some days that I feel extra weak, especially like after like 2 or 3 o'clock on a real fast day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a mental too, that
Right.
it's not coming. You're not getting food that night, so you almost feel extra like sorry for yourself. But I've been feeling like weak, and I don't know if I could do a 72-hour fast. I'm
You have
sure
to work
it's
yourself.
yeah. I'm sure
Work your way up to it.
I'm sure it's wonderful and will be really good.
Yeah.
It would be really hard for me, especially working. Like, I feel like after like day 2, I would be like, I would just want to lay in bed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I do feel really tired at the end of
A
even
long
just
fast,
even
like a
just
40-hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do start really feeling weak.
Right. 35.
So.
40-hour.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon.
And I really do appreciate you guys, and hopefully we will see you guys on Thursday. Or no, we'll see you Saturday.
Saturday.